I will die on this hill. The number one friendship red flag to look out for is insecurity. Because they're deeply insecure in themselves, they will project their unhappiness onto you and sabotage aspects of your life. You know what they say, misery enjoys company. If somebody is deeply insecure, they think the whole world is focused on them. I was friends with this girl who was so insecure, she genuinely believed that all eyes were on her and that every single person was judging her. If we got invited out somewhere, I couldn't just enjoy my time. I had to be counseling her through every single little interaction she had. And we would usually just end up leaving early or just not go altogether because she was just in her own head the whole entire time. I wasn't getting to have any fun and I was having to spend my spare time picking up her self-esteem. But the biggest reason to stay away from an insecure friend is because they will try to bring you down with them. Whatever qualities they hate in themselves, they will try to apply to you. Another friend I had, she was very overtly insecure, but I thought it was an internal hatred, so I wasn't too worried about it like coming around to bite me. In 2 years of friendship, we had never gotten into any sort of fight or disagreement over anything. But literally the second we had a conflict, she went absolutely off on me. She was like calling me a vile, self-centered person, and then just started naming all these qualities that she hated about me. I noticed that the qualities she was naming sounded really awfully familiar. It was all the things that she felt insecure about and that she hated in herself. Except now she was projecting those qualities onto me. It was an insane overreaction to the situation we were in. But that's what a deeply insecure person will do. They have this inner hatred. And when you have that much hatred in your heart, it's not just limited to yourself. And when something doesn't go their way or when something threatens them, they're going to release all that hatred onto you. The last reason I would run the opposite direction from an insecure friend is because they compare everything you do to themselves. Quite literally, they view you as their competition. And because of that, they will never let you have a win for your accomplishments in your life. So I took this one class in university and this girl asked me like what my final mark was. And I was like, oh yeah, I got an 85 in the class. And this girl just goes, yeah, that prof grade's like really easy, right? And I was like, no, like I worked hard, don't undermine me. And she was all like, I had her as a prof last year and I got a 90 in the class and I put in like no effort. But I think she's like really liked me. That girl was trying to make something as simple as a university class a competition. And I think that's because she is insecure in herself. Because a secure person doesn't feel the need to go around and ask everyone else what their mark is. She was doing that 100% because she wanted to make me feel worse than myself so that it would uplift her. That girl was more an acquaintance. I didn't let her become my friend. If you're gonna make everything a competition, I don't want to have you around me. Okay, that's all I have for today. Bye guys.
If you grew up with strict parents, you will understand how like taboo boys were. You were allowed to go to school with them, but that's about it. You can't be friends with them. You can't breathe the same air as them. You can't touch them. When I was in high school, I was like out with my parents at the mall or something. A guy I knew while I was out with my parents, it was like either one, you're gonna act like you don't see them and pray they don't fucking see you, or like the classic make eye contact and just be like, don't come up to me. Don't. First time I was traumatized like this by a boy was when I was like 13. I lived right by my middle school, so like everyone kind of knew where I lived. One kid, he was like a super sweet kid. Like he just like always kind of went for walks, just like a nice guy. Again, we were 13. One day, I guess like while I wasn't home, he like came to my fucking house. He was like, oh, I just like want to talk to her, like maybe go on a walk with her. And my fucking dad was the one that opened the door. Keep in mind, this is what I looked like at the time. So it wasn't like I was like the hottest girl in fucking 7th grade. When I get home and my parents like are like, Sahara, come here, like we need to talk to you. I'm like, why did a boy come here asking for you? I'm pissing, shitting, and throwing up at this point. I have no idea what's going on. And then they described what he looked like to me, and I was like, oh my god, I know who that is. I was like, he's just a nice guy, I promise. I don't know, like I've never even like talked to a boy properly. I was just like freaking the fuck out, being like, I promise I didn't arrange that. I don't even like, we're friends. Him and I are just like classmates. I don't know. And once again, because I look like this, I don't really think they suspected anything, and they believed me, luckily. But I was literally on the verge of a panic attack. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't even like, I'm not. Him innocently wanting to talk to me and go for a walk created this like traumatizing memory I'll never forget.
Okay, do my first ever get ready with me in English with me. So obviously, for anyone who doesn't know, I'm Spanish, but I've been wanting to make this video forever. I just avoided it for the longest time, and mainly it was because I didn't want certain people to see this. Like, I get embarrassed, but I'm literally done caring about what other people think. Like, honestly, I'm over it. And also, I just figured it's just such a great way to get to more people, obviously. It gives you so many opportunities, and I just thought, like, fuck it. Also, bit of a warning, I do cuss so much in English. It's like really bad. I guess since it's not my first language, it doesn't sound so serious to me, so I cuss like every 5 words I say. Also, literally every time I do my makeup, I get the amount of bronzing drops wrong. Like, it looks like I have dog shit all over my face. Okay, so I'm currently getting ready for class. I'm a 3rd year law student, for anyone who doesn't know. Literally nothing came out. By the way, I'm using some of my Say Glowy Gel on top because I feel like it gives me more of a tan than the gel glam drops. Actually, it might even be better, but I don't know. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm getting ready for class and I literally have to leave in like 10 minutes. Oh shit. I also work today after class and I'm like not looking forward to it because it really stresses me out. I'm doing bronzer before concealer today because I never do it like that and I feel like it makes a lot more sense. Also, I'm getting so jealous because everyone keeps talking about the Sephora sale and how much shit they're gonna get, and that's just like not a thing here. But also it's weird because the only reason I want any makeup that like I don't already own is because Katie Fan uses it. Like, I don't know if you guys know who she is. You probably do, but I'm like obsessed with her. There's just something too satisfying about how she puts her makeup products on. Also, like, her face is so satisfying as well. She just makes me want to buy every single thing that she owns. Like, thank God I already had some of the stuff that she uses because if not, I would have been broke by now. However, I did recently buy the Glow Recipe toner that she uses. The package just didn't come yet, so. Also, I feel like using the Charlotte Tilbury blush today just for like a little bit of extra glow. My class starts in like 10 minutes, so I'm late again. But I'm pretty much done, so maybe if I sprint there, I'll get there in time. I definitely spoke too soon because I don't really feel like rushing right now, so it's gonna be a long day today, so I need my makeup to last. Okay, I'm done.
The fact that I'm about to admit this to the internet, but even if this just helps one person, then that will make me so happy. But I kind of really dislike this time of the year, you know, seeing people on Instagram and TikTok, groups of girls going to like Halloween parties or like Christmas events and things. I don't want you guys to mistake my words by thinking that I hate this time of year, because this time of year is the happiest, most vibrant version of me. I feel like I glow when it comes to this time of year because I love Christmas, I love holiday season. It's just that if there was one thing that I had to be honest about that makes me a little bit sad, is the friendship aspect. You girlies know I always say, you know, you have to believe in being your own best friend, and I am my own best friend. I love being my own best friend, and I think because I am so independent, I have always been by myself, and I love that. But then there, you know, might be like one time where I go on Instagram and I'm like, oh, all these girls are going to a Halloween party, like that could be really fun. But then I know when I'm in the moment, when I'm actually out with those girls or whatever, I'd probably regret going out, and I'd be like, okay, I've got to go home at like 7 p.m. Just being honest, okay? Because like if you feel like you go on your social media and you're like scrolling and you start to compare yourself, just know I do it too. Like, we're all human, it is okay, but just remind yourself that, you know, everything online just isn't real. And like, I'm reminding you guys now because I went through it the other night and I was like, I need to talk about this because I hope one person can relate. Look, I don't know if this is an excuse, but part of it I feel like is because I've been born and raised and lived in my hometown my whole entire life. I just get in my head a lot, which I'm trying to work on. I also just really love being at home in my bed with my squishmallows and my plushies. I guess I'm just being super open and honest with you girls, and just know that if you feel like this too, you're not alone. Okay, we are hot girls because we love our independence and our own space and being our own best friend, and just know you're my best friend too.
I'm gonna do yet another get ready with me. Hope you don't mind. Does anyone else put toner on like this? I simply cannot stand the feeling of it on my hands. Go like this and then I rub it in. Whenever I start to get ready and then I think about watching Netflix or playing music, sometimes it just doesn't hit and I just need to yap, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, but I do have something specific I do want to talk about. But basically, I was in a relationship for 4 years. It was from junior year of high school until junior year of college. I had 2 whole promise rings on my fingers. I thought this was the man that I was gonna marry for some apparent reason. Fortunately, God had other plans and that is not happening. Thank God. And this video is not about him, promise. But I've come to the realization of something. We broke up, I think, almost 2 years ago. But what I'm trying to say is I think I've almost overhealed from that relationship, if that makes any sense. I think I just fell way too hard in love. I actually don't know if that's even possible with loving myself and only spending time with myself and like stuff that I want to do. Like, I'm not ready to compromise for a man, compromise my time, my interests for a man. Will I ever be able to? Like, at this point, I don't know. Frankly, I don't really know if I want to. Like, I'm having a grand old time being single. Maybe that's like the toxic for your relationship talking. I'm sure not everyone is like that. Not every relationship is like that. However, I'm not sure if I'm ready to test it out. And like, I'm gonna be 23. Like, it's getting kind of serious now. A man can't even bother me with a date. Like, I went on one and I vowed to never go on another, and I still haven't. I say that, but like at the same time, maybe someone I actually like find entertaining eventually in the future, maybe in a long time from now, I'll enjoy it, but until then, but no. Anyways, enough chatter about that. I got this new Rare Beauty in Ruby bitch, what? Ruby Riches, and I love her. Like, please. Oh, she's so beautiful. Also, life update. I'm on Lexapro and Buspirone, highest doses on both. Have been for 5 years, so I have no emotions. Or 4 years, maybe 3.5, 4. Like, I actually have no emotions. None. I have not cried in 3 years. Until today. And we're not going to talk about it because we'll start crying again. I actually had the worst day of my life, but it's fine. But for anybody that's on antidepressants, please leave a comment and tell me if you were the same way. Don't cry. Like, have no emotions, completely numb to the world. I would love to share trauma. I have so much stuff to do, but all I can think about is sitting on my couch and watching Love Island at 8 p.m. Anybody else? And today I'm going to use the e.l.f. just because I want to. Okay, I think I'm done. Not the best, but it'll do.